Every year in wrestling, some of the talent level up right in front of our eyes. From last year, some of these were easy to pick, like Tiffany Stratton and Bron Breakker, but others just explode in popularity on our screens. And then you get the Jacob Fatus of the world who weren't even in the WWE until mid-year. Here at Aussie Cousins Wrestling, we're going to predict who this year's biggest breakout stars will be. And you can subscribe to the channel to see if we get at least some of these nailed on. I'm Chris Apples and these are 10 wrestlers ready to break out in the WWE in 2025. Number 10, Lash Legend. Lash Legend is a former basketball player who had a great college career and then got drafted to the Seattle Storm. After being released soon after, she signed with the WWE in late 2020 and debuted a year later. And it's fair to say it took a long time for things to click. But something changed in 2024. After being involved in the Metaphor group in NXT, Lash started to become a standout from the stable. Lash now accentuates the positives of her abilities, and the bougie bully became a powerhouse on NXT. Eventually, her and Jakara Jackson started getting tag team time on the main roster as well. But it's Lash's power and awesome finisher that is going to help her eventually make her even more popular. She already has the look of a major star. Number 9, Javon Evans. There is no one in all of wrestling who jumps as high as Javon Evans. Ya boy really does get bouncy. At just 20 years old, Javon wrestled in 57 matches in NXT last year, including house shows, and even got himself in several main event matches. Javon was close to making it on our list of breaking out for 2024, but having some time off to heal a storyline injury to start this year, we think 2025 is going to be the year Javon takes off. This should be the year that Javon gets a chance at winning a title. And with his popularity in the Performance Center rising all the time, Javon is ready to become a star. We just hope he can work on his mic skills to really nail down that star power. Number 8, Sol Ruca. Sol Ruca is in the top 5 list of Mike's favourite wrestlers, as you can see in our favourite wrestlers countdown video. If it wasn't for a bad ACL injury in April 2023, Ruca could very well have become a champion by now, or even pushing up to the main roster. Ruca's unique abilities in the ring make her someone that you should always keep your eyes on. And if she starts getting some more impact in her moves, the little signs of hesitation start to go away, and Sol's star continues to rise, then we could see the breakout year in 2025 for the California native. And if you have never seen her Soul Snatcher finisher before, go out of your way to watch some compilation videos as she gets so creative with hitting them on her opponents. Just finish watching this video first. Number 7, Penta. Penta El Zero Miedo, as he was known in AEW and other promotions outside of Mexico, should surely take the WWE by storm. While he may not be able to perform his package pile driver, the Fear Factor, his other finisher, now known as the Penta Driver, will definitely get over big with the WWE crowd. And given they love big entrances, the WWE have all the tools available to make his presence feel like something special. With a unique look, freakish athletic ability, and brute strength, Penta has shown he can cut a really fired-up promo without having to rely on Alex Abrahantes to do his talking for him. And despite his age, they are building him up as someone to take over the mantle of Rey Mysterio. And they may have just found the right luchador for the job. Which brings us to number 6, Dragon Lee. Speaking of Mexican stars the WWE have wanted to take over the mantle from Rey, Dragon Lee looks like he was going to have the best chance of doing so. After a fantastic run in NXT, we saw him win the North American title, before being destroyed in his second match of the night by Obafemi to start 2024. Dragon Lee got the call up to the main roster. Initially on SmackDown, he put in some good matches before eventually getting the move to Raw. Since then, well, I guess he's won the WWE Speed title. That's something, right? Whenever he does get the chance to show off his stuff, the crowd regularly gets behind him, and if the WWE are being serious about their luchadors, which they always say they are, Dragon Lee could break out in 2025 alongside Penta. If you love this kind of Aussie charm in your WWE content, you can help us out by clicking the like button and subscribing to the channel as we continue our journey here at ACW. Thank you for your support everyone, and let's get back into it. Number 5. Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace dominated the TNA Knockouts division for much of 2024 and has been a major part of the company's resurgence in recent times. Grace became the second woman to be holding the TNA Knockouts Championship to enter the Royal Rumble when she was a surprise entrant in the 2024 edition and looked outstanding. It took a ridiculous KOD from Bianca Belair to finally eliminate her, but she had already made her mark. With TNA's partnership with NXT last year, Grace featured many times in the third brand, and it's clear that once her contract runs out very soon, she will be making her way full-time to the WWE. Wherever Jordynne Grace ends up going, and she absolutely could go straight to the main roster, she is going to be a star, with her strength, speed, and technical ability being one of the very best in women's wrestling. And she looks like she could kick anyone's ass. Number 4. Candace Lay. This might seem like an interesting one given Candace Lay is a 20-year veteran and has been in and out of the company, but stick with us here. After letting her contract expire in 2022, shortly after giving birth to her and Johnny Gargano's first child, Lay then returned to the company later that year once Triple H initially took over the booking. Since then, she has floundered around the lower to mid card, but it looked like she was going somewhere with a heel turn alongside Indy Hartwell. Then Indy got released, and no, we are never getting over that on this channel. And Candace started to feature every single week on SmackDown, mainly as the lackey for champion Nia Jax. This role suited her perfectly, and has very much elevated the profile of Candace Lay. And having won the Speed title recently, like that actually means something, she's getting the biggest push of her career it seems. A turn against Nia Jax and a new mid-card title on SmackDown could see her finally hold gold on the main roster. Number 3. Riley Osborne. That annoying fella in the Chase U storyline, the one that bounces around all over the place, Riley Osborne is in position to take on a much bigger role in NXT in 2025 if he's given the chance. Riley Osborne has a solid technical grounding, having broken through the English indie scene before being picked up by the WWE in 2023 and was soon thrust into the Breakout tournament. He eventually lost to Overfemi, where he pumped all over the place for the Giant, but it showed he has what it takes to be a star. Riley was a major part of the Chase U storyline, though wasn't necessarily in the high-profile matches. Whenever he got the opportunity to show what he can do, he was always impressive. Now it remains to be seen whether he can go out on his own and break out as a single star in 2025. Number 2. Tianna Paxley. This may be predicated on whether or not she gets to tweak her character somewhat, but Paxley has all the potential to be a champion in NXT in 2025. With the new North American title in the women's division, Paxley has been in and around that scene for a while, putting on some really solid matches against most opponents put in front of her. She is a very capable wrestler, has some unique moves that you won't see in too many other movesets, and has a strong connection with the NXT audience already. Now that she has had a long spell injury-free, surely 2025 is the year we see Tianna Paxley become a bigger star and put her name forward for a main roster promotion within the next 18 months. And number 1. Miles Bourne and Taven Heights. Two members of the usually entertaining No Quarter Catch crew who really started to show their credentials in the second half of 2024 are Miles Bourne and Taven Heights. While Ren Sinclair has started to become a fan favourite, and Charlie Dempsey brings a lot of previous wrestling experience, Bourne and Heights, as the tag team of the group, were a lot greener to start their run. Heights is a former Olympian wrestler, while Bourne also has a background in amateur wrestling, but putting it together in sports entertainment doesn't always happen. And then they had that match against Fraxium, which some have as the best tag team match in WWE in 2024, where it was clear that not only were the champs stars, but Heights and Bourne could well be stars in the making too. Bourne's all-round skills has him being likened to a young Randy Orton, and he's even adopted a similar pose. while Heights combines power with technical ability and tons of agility. Given the amount of matches these two wrestled in 2024, it is clear those in NXT, and hopefully the main roster one day, see them as future stars in the business. Who do you think should have made this list? Let us know in the comments below, and while you're there, don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to the channel to keep a track on whether these stars break out in 2025, and then click the video on the screen to continue your Aussie Cousins Wrestling journey. And most importantly of all, we hope that everyone watching here has a wonderful day.